All right, folks, welcome back. We're actually going to react to another video. Uh, Pretty inconsistent with the uploads, but hey, I get busy. So here we are. We're going to react to Whit Lowry, Reaper. I've heard this song. It's one of my favorites. It's on my playlist, but I want to give everybody out there a chance to just tune into some realness. If you don't know what this song's about, um, this is Wit rapping from basically the point of view of cancer growing inside of you. Um, so he is basically rapping as cancer. It's crazy. And I know cancer affects a lot of people out there. So, this might hit hard for some people that watch. If you've ever had anybody that's been affected by this, um, it's tough. And the first, I don't know how many times I've listened to it. It kind of like it gets you a little bit emotional, and sometimes I still do when I listen to it. So, like, you'll just be like in one of those moods where like it kind of just it hits you differently than other days. So, you'll just have some stuff on your mind, and then you listen to this, and then. But hey, let's get into it. This is a rough track. But this song is genius, in my opinion. Whit Lowry's songs are just, they're on another level of creativity. And the beats, the instrumental, so like it goes so well with it. Like it just, ooh, watch.
Yeah.
Kind of, you get that little vibey when that sound comes in.
Yeah, I just don't fit in with you other motherfuckers just stuck in the same home. Only been living here for a day and look how I've grown. Can't make myself comfy, I'm better off all alone. And what's with all of the wind since I got here, it's been blowing, but fuck.
He just starts off like he just starts off um just kind of like going crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't fit in with you other mother that's stuck in the same home. Only been here for a day and look how I've grown. Like a tumor.
I just don't fit in with you other motherfuckers just stuck in the same home. Only been living here for a day and look how I've grown. Can't make myself comfy, I'm better off all alone. And what's with all of the wind since I got here, it's been blowing, but fuck it, this'll do. And between me and you.
And what's with all the wind since I got here, it's been blowing. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who smokes like heavily. So like when the cancer starts in the lungs, like you always smoking, right? What's with all the wind? Since I got here, it's been blowing. Like that might even be like a bar like that's like, you know how when you listen to a song you don't really like absorb all of the lyrics until you give it like a really thorough listen, and you gotta like really like let go of all the extra thoughts in your head, otherwise those get in the way of you listening to the lyrics like they should be listened to.
I never plan on leaving to tell you the damn truth. It's all a part of life, some things you just can't choose. You'll never know I exist till you're sick and you can't move. It's either me or
You'll never know I exist until you're sick and you can't move. Cancer can be so debilitating. Like you You get so weak and tired, especially when you're going through the treatments, because the cancer's killing you, and then those you know, what I call garbage treatments, chemo, radiation. This those are killing you as well. So like you're fighting two battles realistically when you go through that shit. So
Even to tell you the damn truth, it's all a part of life. Some things you just can't choose. You'll never know I exist till you're sick and you can't move. It's either me or it's you. It's either you or it's me. I never could be.
it's either me or it's you. It's either you or it's me. See, this is like I said, and when you play the chemo and radiation game, it's exactly how that goes. It's basically to see which one dies first, either you or that cancer. Or if you die, that cancer just basically goes with you. It's rough.
The one you really want me to be. So different, but we're the same. I eat when you can't eat. I sleep when you can't sleep. I breathe when you can't breathe.
Ooh.
Take a.
Ooh.
Really want me to be. So different, but we're the same.
So different, but we're the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're different, but we're the same. Because cancer is just like, it's cells that are mutating. And we're cells. We're all made up of just cells and different elements, and, you know, it's really the same, but different.
I eat when you can't eat. I sleep when you can't sleep. I breathe when you can't breathe.
I eat when you can't eat. So, like, you know, cancer can like ruin your appetite, but cancer's constantly eating away at you. And so it's eating when you can't eat. And it's breathing when you can't breathe. So like when it gets harder to breathe, especially if it's a lung cancer, but that's stealing all the oxygen from your blood and everything like that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I eat when you can't eat. I sleep when you can't sleep. I breathe when you can't breathe. Take a second, let it resonate. I'm in everything you do each and every day. I'm in everything you do, you were never safe. Yeah.
Take a second, let it resonate. You know how like once you get a diagnosis, it's like you can't really like forget about it. Like it's always on your mind. And that goes with like any like illness, is like it's such a tough thing to like just be positive about, because you know that your days are could potentially be numbered. Your life could be seriously cut short, and you could almost predict when it's going to be, if the doctors are basically telling you, yo, you got like 3 months, you got a year, or whatever the case may be. So, you know, you got to sit and think about that stuff.
I'm in everything you do each and every day. I'm in everything you do, you were never safe. Yeah, you used to be the one, now you're second place. Already doubled in size. Just give me a couple years and never find me in time.
Already doubled in size. Just give me a couple years, you'll never find me in time. Like, you know, it starts off really, really small, but it doubles in size. And it's still really, really small, but it's just going undetected. It just give it a couple years, you'll never find me in time. And that's when you end up like, you start having those weird symptoms. Maybe you get off balance or something like that, or you fall down, and then you're like, start to worry. Then you go to the doctor, and that's when they tell you, and that's when it's too late in a lot of cases.
Just keep eating and smoking and drinking. You're so kind. This body used to be yours. I'm sorry, but now it's mine. And I eat when you can't eat. Yeah. I sleep when you can't sleep. Yeah.
Ooh, and this hook right here is just like, it's so eerie and like chilling, like to the bone. Like, I eat when you can't eat. Yeah, like the way he's doing like the vocal inflections and stuff like that is just, it makes it feel like it's really somebody that's talking.
This body used to be yours, I'm sorry, but now it's mine. And I eat when you can't eat, yeah. I sleep when you can't sleep, yeah. I breathe when you can't breathe, yeah. Always running, but you never run from me. I eat when you can't eat. I sleep when you can't sleep, yeah. I breathe when you can't breathe. Always running, but you never run.
Always running, but you'll never run from me. It just goes deep, man. It just goes deep. Ooh.
In this environment provided by you to me is so beautiful. Sleep when you can't sleep, yeah. I breathe when you can't breathe. Always running, but you never run. I've been thriving. This environment provided by you to me is so beautiful. Exploring every inch of your body down to your cuticle. Waste your life away every day you sit at a cubicle. I've been moving into some other spots that are suitable. I hear you.
And you know, like when cancer metastasis, it's such a tough word when you're trying to say it like without reading it. Metastasize is when cancer does that when it moves to other parts of the body.
Clicking those keys, I hear you talking to your doc, got an appointment at 3. He's gonna tell you you have cancer. What he means is me. Then proceed to tell you things that might make me leave. Jeez.
Then proceed to tell you things that might make me leave. We're talking about like different cancer treatments. Might make me leave. Jeez. Slow down.
Slow down. Why are you driving so fast? Oh shit, it's 1:15. Go quick. Foot on the gas. Get your ass up in that office. Do everything that they ask. They question it.
Do everything that they ask. And that's what happens is like people, they put all their faith into the doctors, and you know, it could be for absolutely nothing.
You been smoking, don't lie, we know that you have. Your ass up in that office, do everything that they ask. They question if you been smoking, don't lie, we know that you have.
Don't lie. Don't lie to the doctors. Don't tell them that you don't smoke when you do.
Deep breath, but you can't breathe. He wants to see in your chest. 1 sec, time to say cheese. You can't believe what he sees. You can't believe what you see. I feel you starting to sweat. I feel the shake in your knees. Damn, I'm sorry that it's too late.
1 sec, time to say cheese. Like it's like when the doctor does like the PET scans and stuff like that. And you can just basically like, it just lights up. And what I don't like about, at least from my understanding, what I don't like about that is that's like radioactive glucose. The contrast that they're using. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read that somewhere. And I mean, one thing that cancer really loves is sugar, and then radioactive just kind of like adding to the what would you say, mutagenic properties of the cancer itself.
He tells you chemo might help, but you won't be saved. The next trip we take, it only goes one way. You wasted half your life just so you'd get paid. And
he told you chemo might help, but you won't be saved. So now we're at the stage like we're gonna try to extend your life type of nonsense. But it's going to be painful, and you're going to be tired and weak all the time because of the chemo and stuff that we're giving you. It's just going to kick your ass.
Be saved. The next trip we take, it only goes one way. You wasted half your life just so you'd get paid. And all
you wasted half your life just so you'd get paid. So like, you know, like it's almost like the looking at things in like retrospect or whatever, where you get all the way through your life to this point and now you're just going to die. And it was, you look back and you spent so much time working and not enough time with the people you love. And you're going to look back and it'd be like, it was all for nothing. Like I wasted my time working for a corporation or a company and just giving them all my time and dedication. and not spending enough time with my kids and my family and all that stuff. So, and that's what sucks about society. Like, I get it. Like, this is what we've built as humans. Like, we do the work thing. We basically go to work for each other. We pay each other and just circulate money around each other, like, just to, survive and shit. It's just, I hate that part. Because I'm the type of overthinker that when I think about things like that, I'm thinking I can, like, basically quantify my entire life on a calculator. Like, if I just keep working this job, this is like what I'll make when I die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just plug in my hourly, do it by like how long I might live, and then boom, there's my whole life right there on the calculator. Whoop-de-doo. I'm gonna go waste my life for that amount of money. I know it, and I accept it. That's my fate. Now, meaningless. Everything else is just meaningless. So, it's a negative way to think, I know, but that's just how I think. I do it all the time. I just think about, like, what am I doing? And then I'm always trying to come up with, like, different ways. I'm always constantly thinking of, like, how can I change this? How can I make this different?
All the money that you made, shit, you can't take. So you leave it in your bank for your grandkids' sake. Been feeling all of your pain. I feel the way that you ache. You used to wish you would die. How long did it really take? And
Ooh, and that's another one. That's the part that hits me the hardest about this whole song is you used to wish you would die. How long did it really take? And this can apply for a lot of people because I know life gets tough. And I've wasted so much time just honestly going back to the negative thought process of basically being like a pessimist and having a dismal outlook on life. You just basically wish it would just be over. Like, you know where life's going, and it's just like, if you know the end of the story, then why play through it if it's not something that you like? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that resonates with me so well. Like, you used to wish you would, now, like, because look, let's cut the bullshit. Like, there's a 40% chance, that anybody could be getting cancer. So, like, if that happens to me, and I'm going to be telling myself, damn, I don't really want to die now, but I always used to wish I would. So, hey, live that life to the fullest. Don't freaking dwell on things you can't change.
Eat when you can't eat, yeah. I sleep when you can't sleep, yeah. I breathe when you can't breathe, yeah. Always running, but you never run from me. I eat when you can't eat. I sleep when you can't sleep, yeah. I breathe when you can't breathe. Always running, but you never run from me.
Ooh. Always running, but you'll never run from me.
But you'll never run from me.
And then just the way he carries these notes when he's doing this. But you'll never run from me. Like, just, it's the way he does it. Like, if anybody else would have wrote this song, it probably wouldn't be as good as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's his voice is just so perfect for the way he wrote these lyrics. It's just crazy. And all the little notes and tones that he takes throughout the song just, like, gives it all the emotion and character.
But you'll never run from me.
It's just that little, like, there's just the little humming parts and stuff like that. It just, like, it just doesn't even need to be like any more lyrics. It just the noise itself, just those sounds that you can make can help, like, send that message across through the song. It's incredible.
But you'll never run from me. A couple months and now we lie in this bed. The chemo didn't work, now I moved to your head. I see all of your thoughts. You think about being dead. You think about all the things you often wish you had said, like a couple more I love you.
And that's why that goes back to what I said earlier, is like that's all you're going to think about is you think about being dead because you know now that this is inevitable in a short period of time. And how can you cope with that? Like a lot of people can't. And so many people have to deal with this. And it's just heartbreaking on both sides. Like, how do you come to terms with that when you're not ready to? If it cuts your life short, like you could have had like 10, 20, 30 more years to your life. And now this shitty ass disease has to come in and ruin everything. Like you're just coming around to building a better life, or, you know, just having a better mentality, and then this comes.
Couple more, I trust you. A couple more nights praying to the one above you. You were never gonna be a single person but you, and spent your whole life in the mirror saying fuck you. Where you?
And that again right there just goes right back to the how you wish you would die. You spend your whole life in the mirror saying fuck you. Like, that's another negative attribute about myself that I just feel like that shit hits me so hard. It's like, oh, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person. Like, this is almost like the fortune teller right here. Like, this song is almost like, yo, you better fix your shit up. Like, this song's gonna be you type of shit. Like, I don't want to be the one that's still in the mirror saying fuck. Like, I want to be proud of myself and all the shit that I do.
Gonna run to. I hear the room crying. I wish that I could say you'll be okay, but I'll be lying. Can buy anything, but can never buy time. And it's sad.
Can buy anything, but can never buy time. So, like, yeah, you could be like super successful, multi-millionaire, whatever. You gave all your time to the company to be a successful, wealthy person, but you can't buy that. You can't buy the time that you gave to the company, and you can't buy the time that you're about to lose now. Burning the candle at both ends.
That you only realize when you're dying, shit. I can feel your lungs weaken. Who knew your last weekend would become your last weekend? Families in the room, I wonder what they've been thinking. I feel your heart is so heavy, I feel your temperature sinking. It's time. No one can keep you alive. The humankind make environments perfect for me to thrive. I guess
the humankind make environments perfect for me to thrive. We do, because we eat and like sometimes it's not our choice, but it's just the way, it's the culture of the foods and the environment that we've built around ourselves that makes it easier to get cancer. If we were living a more holistic and natural lifestyle, closer to what we would have been with our ancestors, we wouldn't have cancer at the rates that we do. We do all this processing and all these chemicals, and we sit here and we say, in these special interest like studies and stuff like that are bought and paid for, that overlook the actual facts of the stuff that we're putting in our food, or, you know, even just allowing, you know, cigarettes to even be legal, or any type of carcinogenic substances. We allow those to be legal. But then there's other things that we allow, or we don't allow, that aren't even as deadly as the things that we allow in society. Like, it just make sense. Like, why do we make certain things illegal, but we keep like cigarettes around? Like, why? You're so worried about people's lives, but you'll still let people produce cigarettes, for fuck's sake. And it doesn't just affect the smoker. It affects anybody that's around him, that smokes around him. So, it's fucked up. Society's twisted.
It is time. No one can keep you alive. The humankind make environments perfect for me to thrive. I guess we both destroy the one thing that keeps us alive. So buckle up, motherfucker. It's time that we take a ride. So die. I said die.
You hear the emotion in that, man? I bet he cried after he did that. I don't know about you, but if I was making this song, because I know he's affected by cancer too. Because this is almost like a song. Because he's got another song called Last Letter, and it's about how his dad actually did die from cancer. And then this just seems like almost like another part of that, like a series of song right there, where you write your last letter to your father who died of cancer, and then you do another song in part to be from the perspective of the cancer itself. And then so like when you hear him saying like die, like the way he's saying die like that, like the cancer almost like it's strangling you to death, like some psycho would be, like if they were choking you to death and just saying, yelling die in your face. That's like what cancer's doing, right? So that shit's super deep. I guarantee you when he was saying those lines, he was thinking about his dad in the moments that he was dying. And I bet you he probably cried after he did that.
So many things in your life you would change, you just ran out of time.
Cancer sucks. Hey, but do a little bit of research. Go to PubMed or just watch some videos here on YouTube. There's a veterinarian who does some good videos. And go to PubMed and read a little bit about it. But we're looking at Fen, F-E-N, Ben, B-E-N, Dazal. Okay? Just look it up. If you know anybody, like, what if this is such a low risk thing to do, to try, and there's so many. I know people are like, it's anecdotal, but there's so fucking much anecdotal evidence out there that you could read in these comments, and it's like there can't be this many people just lying about it, right? If people have been trying this, and these are all the stories that we're hearing of people kind of having their own success stories with something. What if you're basically knocking at death's door? Why not try this if nothing else is working? At the very least, and for me, that would be my go-to right away, just based on what I've read about it. I would rather do that than what I've seen other people go through with chemo and radiation and all that other bullshit. I would rather do that first. The fenbendazole. I would rather take my chances with that than put myself through all that expensive BS treatment. And fenbendazole's cheap. So, just looking, that's all I'm saying. Anybody ever watches this, whether it be today, tomorrow, next month, next year, 5 years from now, if you ever stumble on this video, look into it, please. And hopefully by the time you see this, if that is in the distant future, they've already got a actual cure, and that our medical community that we have is setting the profiteering aside and actually giving a fuck about the people that are dying, instead of worrying about how much profit they can make off of medicine to treat this that doesn't even work. It just prolongs the inevitable while you're in pain. So, if you like this video, subscribe. Leave a comment down below, especially on this one. This is a super important video. This is a very important song because it touches on so many experiences that I know you people have had out there. I know everybody's had. I can't find a single person that I know, or even myself, that hasn't known somebody that's had to deal with cancer. It's ridiculous. It's running rampant. And we need to start actually getting the solutions. So, like I said, bell icon, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next video. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, and have a good night. Stay healthy.